Oh my gosh, I am so excited about this trip in this video because I just got back from Kauai where I went with my art friend Bree. First, let me back up a few months. I posted a project in my Instagram stories and Bree was like, we've got to plan a trip somewhere. And I'm like, yes, I would absolutely love that. We brainstormed a few different locations, but ultimately decided that we would both love to visit Hawaii. Now, it was a super long travel day from Florida to Lihue, Hawaii. So of course I brought my travel journal because I like to sketch on the plane whenever I am traveling. I will say, as an introverted, anxious artist, I don't always sketch because it depends on the situation around me. Like, I almost judge the passengers that are sitting beside me on whether or not I think they will talk to me while I sketch. And luckily on this flight, I decided that they were all pretty much chill and I could just kind of sketch in peace, which was nice. But it was also like 5 a.m., so maybe they were all still sleepy. For this page in my travel journal, I did do a little sketch of Hawaii's state fish, the humu humu nuku nuku apua'a. And just did that and a little bit of writing about my day and called that good for this flight. And while I'm talking about travel journaling, I just thought I would give you a quick rundown of what I include in my travel art kit to throw in my backpack on travel days. And I keep it to pretty much the basics. So of course I bring my sketchbook or travel journal, but then I also like to bring some Tombow dual brush pens, mono drawing pins, and of course my favorite mono dust catch eraser. And that's kind of like just like the basics of what I keep in my travel bag. I keep it nice and simple, that way I'm not trying to like paint with anything too messy on the plane. So I'm currently in LAX, just waiting on Bree's flight to get here because she was a little bit delayed because of weather. So I'm waiting on her, and then we're on the same flight together to Hawaii, so I'm really excited. Bree did make it to LAX with a few minutes to spare before we boarded our flight, so we had some fun in the airport. And then fast forward 8 hours later and we landed in Kauai. To be honest, it was a little bit crazy because we landed in Kauai and it was so warm and we've been planning this for months that I was like, is this real? Are we finally on this little art adventure? We dropped our luggage off at our Airbnb and then we went out to grab some dinner, and it was just so fun because there's this live band playing in the restaurant and we just got to kind of relax after the long travel day. Okay, I'm unpacking my backpack from flight day so that I can repack it for raft day, and it's currently a hot mess, so I'm gonna unload all that stuff and repack it with art supplies and my snorkel, things for my day on the water. This is what it all looks like right now. I had that in my backpack on the airplane: iPad, headphones, snacks, camera. Okay, and here is what is going in my backpack for a day to see the Na Pali Coast, and then maybe also some art making somewhere around Kauai. I've got my travel journal, my camera, external battery, snacks, snorkel bag, sunglasses, sketchbook, rash guard, sunscreen, and then Tombow dual brush pens and drawing supplies. So that's all going in my backpack.
It's a good day. Alrighty. We're line up right here because we have a pretty small room, so I'm not going to stuff you all in there. What are your two shoe sizes? Typically. Six.
Tens. Big feet. Our first full day on the island was epic because we started off the morning bright and early at 7 a.m. We took a raft tour to the Na Pali Coast with Blue Dolphin charters, which they don't always get to do in the winter because of the rough waves, but we lucked out. Our Captain JC and First Mate Duff were really great. Even with the 12-foot swells, the captain was like, the wind is calm, and she was able to get us all the way to the Na Pali Coast, and just like, wow, it was just incredible. between the cliffs and the colors and the sunbeams just like shooting through the mountains and then going in the sea caves, it was just amazing. And I think I honestly spent half the trip once we got to the Na Pali Coast just kind of like staring at the mountains in awe. And I am like so inspired to paint some of these scenes that we saw. If you've ever wondered how the raft trip to the Na Pali Coast was, it's amazing. Our captain described it as a mix between riding a bull and Disney's Splash Mountain. So that kind of gives you an idea. It's very rough, but it's super, super fun. You just have to hold on the whole time and you're gonna get wet from all the waves, but it is so much fun. And on the way back, we even saw some dolphins. I was starting to get a little bit motion sick, but it was 100% worth it to see all these dolphins and the Na Pali Coast and the sea caves, and yeah, it was just amazing. And I even painted this little dolphin later on a trip inspired by the dolphins that we saw on the raft this day. Ready? Nice! Nice! Fishies!
And then that way you guys the bridge can get shallower. Don't get too close to it.
On our way back, we did stop to do some snorkeling over the coral reef, which was amazing. We saw so many cool fish. Unfortunately, my GoPro camera battery died around this time because I did so much filming on the first half of the raft trip. But even so, Bree and I had such a great time snorkeling the reefs. After that, we slowed things down a little bit and went to hang out at Salt Pond Beach. We set up with our beach towels and our art supplies, and I decided to work in my travel journal a little bit, so I brought that along as well as my favorite dual brush pens. And I just did a little sketching. I drew this surfboard and then I painted in the reef triggerfish, or humu humu nuku nuku apua'a, that I painted on the airplane as well. So I just did a little bit of fun sketching. And then I couldn't believe it. I brought my sketchbook and watercolors to the beach. I did not bring a cup for water, so I decided to just use my water bottle and pour a little bit of water in my paint palette tin, and decided I would just work with that. And actually it worked out pretty good. All the water kind of stayed in one corner. So it worked, guys. And I wanted to like paint some of the cliffs from the Na Pali Coast while it was all still fresh in my mind from that morning. So I just painted this fun little scene of like the sun rays going through the cliffs, which we did see from the raft. So that was really fun, and I just wanted to capture it. And I used some of my favorite metallic watercolors to sort of get that shine from the sunbeams. While we're here, I just thought I would give you a few of my top tips for sketching at the beach or in any public space. Number one, find a shady spot, because Bree and I got so sunburnt, so don't do like we did and sit in the sun. Number two, bring a cup for water, because again, I did not. Number three is save some reference photos to your phone beforehand if you prefer to work from a reference, just in case there's no phone service where you're at. And of course, don't worry too much about people seeing your work, because most of the time they'll just like compliment you. Maybe they'll ask you about your work, but most of the time they just like say, I love your art, and then they'll move on. So I'm super introverted. This used to totally freak me out if people came up to me and talked to me. Again, it still does a little bit, but I try not to worry too much about it. And I hope those tips sort of help you, maybe like push you out of your comfort zone, and you'll work when you're at the beach next time. And this is what my finished sketch turned out like. So let me know in the comments what you think, if you think I did a good job sort of capturing it, the sunbeams through the Na Pali Coast cliffs.
Hawaiian rainbow, after showers, reach down and paint the flowers with lovely colors.
That evening, we met up with our friend Savannah and explored Hanapepe's art night, which was so much fun. The whole town sort of comes together. The galleries were open, there were local artists and handmade vendors, and of course, food trucks. We grabbed some Thai food and walked across the famous swinging bridge to eat by the river, just in time for a stunning sunset. And it was honestly the perfect way to end the day. Before I wrap up this video, I wanted to share something special with you. Brie and I have been creating exclusive art during this trip, and we want to invite you to collect some of it. Our first tier is our Bright sponsorship, and you can get an exclusive postcard for $10, and that includes our original collaborative artwork that Brie and I worked on together of the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua'a Hawaiian state fish. So this turned out super cute, and we'll write a little personalized message on the back for you, and we just really think you're gonna love it. Our second tier is our Shining sponsorship, and you can get 2 exclusive stickers on this tier for $18, and these are 2 stickers that Brie and I created here on Kauai. I painted the little turtle, and Brie drew these amazing Polynesian palm trees, and by being a Shining sponsor, we will send you both of these stickers. And our third tier is our Gleaming sponsorship, and at this level it's $35, and you can create a 6x8 print of the original collaborative artwork that Brie and I created together, which is this Honu Na Pali sea turtle. Honu is the Hawaiian word for sea turtle, and we drew a sea turtle that has the Na Pali Coast on its back. And I just love how this piece turned out. I hope you do too. And if you get this sponsorship level, we will send you a print of this artwork. I want to say a big thank you to the people who have already sponsored, and if you are going to sponsor, thank you, because you've been allowing us to not only create these exclusive artworks for you, but we are also sharing art around the communities here on Kauai, on the island. We've been sharing art in local little cafes or giving our stickers out to people we meet. So thank you so much for the opportunity. And thank you so much for watching this video. Here's a little sneak peek at what we're up to tomorrow. We're going surfing. I am so excited to share that with you and let you know whether I actually surfed or if I just hit the water. So please like this video and hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for the next vlog. Bye guys.